Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my favorite co-host,
Alex Scarlato.
What are you laughing at?
I can't believe the 180 you've done in the last 5 minutes. I'm impressed, dude.
Listen, honey, when it comes to business and showtime and money, I turn it on. If there's one thing I can do is turn it the fuck on.
Girl really knows how to turn it on.
Listen,
I'll tell
sweetie,
you.
depression, anxiety, sadness, gone when that red button hits.
Shit was turned so far off 5 seconds ago. But she's on, baby. Don't worry about it.
Listen, baby, I bring the energy from my fans because I know they're here every week expecting the best. These people, they go through hard. This is Monday for people. This is the end of Monday. They've gone through it.
That's crazy. It's always Monday when when you're listening to us.
Yes.
That's kind of sad, honestly.
We're the best part of Mondays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want someone to have to go through a fun ass week and have to go through the Monday blues, and then they open up the pod and it's me going, well, I got something sad. Who wants that? Who would ever want that? Not me.
Nobody wants that.
I'm here for you guys. When I'm sad, I hold it in because I'm like your mother. I'm your mother. You ever have a mother in pain and she doesn't show you? Not me, but have you? Have you picked that up from the visit?
Yes, you're everybody's mother. For sure.
I mean, the thing that's wild about my family is like when I come into town, it is so chaotic because they're all trying to see me and each other. And I'm like, you all live here.
I've noticed that too. Okay, so every family member has made one comment of like, oh, but I haven't seen so-and-so in so long, so I have to come meet up with you again today. So every family member has to be at everything because they don't see each other when Kim goes back to California, even though they live in like a 5-mile radius.
I can't help but be the life of every party. It's
really the glue holding her entire family together that she's never asked for.
It's the bane of my existence.
And you know what? I've heard tale of coming down here to Florida to hang out with you and your family and how it can be wild. And my last visit here, it was really quiet. It was me, you, and your ex-boyfriend. We spent a lot of time together, and your mom was kind of in and out of the picture a little bit. This week, I feel like I've gotten the full experience.
Good. I
feel like the fourth Congdon girl.
I got to tell you,
the fifth.
I love when I have a friend come with me to town and they get to see, because I feel like...
You feel validated,
I feel validated. I feel like people don't understand, like when Nate and Tanner came here and then they came back, like they look me dead in the eyes and they're like, you should just be worse. Like you should never feel bad about anything you've ever done. You should be so much worse with what you've had to handle. And it makes me feel so good.
They probably had so much fun down here with your mom and dad.
Blast.
I don't know if our audience knows about that. It was like a project that was never seen through to completion, but a couple, you guys remember Nate from, if you're a long-term Gas Digital listener, you'll know Nate. Nate and one of our guys, Tanner, came down to Florida to interview Kim's parents as the first part of a docuseries that they were planning on like how comedians became who they are by like only looking at their families.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea. I truly think that they quit after their first episode because they couldn't handle it.
Yeah, they were like, this is too much. They both needed to see therapists after one visit with my family. And it's not like it's not like I was physically abused, but I kind of was also. I was going to be like, it's not like I was hit. And I was like, no, but I was hit. I wasn't molested. That's the only abuse that was left out.
Which is great because honestly, arguably,
it's one of the worst. It's one of the worst. It is one of the, it seems to be the most.
It seems to be the worst one.
It seems to be to negatively affect the most.
I think on this podcast before, we've said something about, no, I don't think so. I take it back. We did say we'd rather have our children raped than killed. It's like if you gotta rape him, bring him back alive. You know?
Please.
Yeah.
No. Please just rape him and give him back to mommy.
Rape him and give him back to mommy.
Mommy will fix it. That's fucked, dude.
It is
We should have
fucked.
bug spray. Are you getting bit?
Not yet. Well, I assumed that this like protective thingy helps a little bit with the bugs.
There has to be a hole in it.
I don't see any bugs in here. Well, yeah. If you guys are listening,
the sun. I think the sun might have poisoned me, to be honest.
if you guys are audio only listeners right now, you'll hear probably a couple chiggers, maybe some no-see-ums in the background. Just
you
ignore
hearing
it.
a chigger?
No, I don't know.
The grasshopper.
Do they make noise?
I don't know. I think that I get like sun rashes.
You have a sun rash over here a little bit.
So I get like little pimply spots on my skin whenever I spend too much time in the sun. But yeah, my family is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Help.
Do you want to just do this episode now?
Yes. Let's get it out. We're in the moment now. Why not?
Sure. Yeah. So where do you want to start? You want to start from things that have happened this week?
Well, it all started when I was conceived December 25th, 1989.
On Christmas.
Yes. 9 months later, I popped out September 25th, 1990.
You're a Christmas baby.
Yes.
You were conceived on Christmas
My
night.
mother was a ho, ho, ho.
Well, I think Santa just came and slid right up your mom's chimney and dropped a little present
It
for
probably
her.
was a different Santa, not my dad.
Don't say that. That is the last thing you need, Kim.
A different dad.
Is to find out your father's not your father. You got to
Oh,
get to know
my.
a whole nother dad. That's crazy.
But if he was rich,
if he was rich,
and he
that'd
was
be
like
great.
excited.
But I hate to tell you, I met your father today, and you've got his nose.
I thought you were gonna say, and he's poor, and I was like, you're right about that too.
Both.
He's poor, and he's got your nose. What'd you think of my dad?
Your dad is everything that he is on the phone. He was no surprises whatsoever because we've had conversations with him on the phone before.
Yes.
He reminds me of my Uncle Jimmy, who is from Georgia, although your father is a heck of a lot less racist.
Yes.
Your dad surprises me in being... we spoke to him for only 10 minutes, and it already came up that he's definitely got very liberal politics. That surprised me.
Yeah, that changed.
He doesn't look like a liberal, I'll tell you that much.
He wasn't always. He used to be like low-key racist.
And I also thought he had some of the coolest cowboy boots on I'd ever seen in my life.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
He's
You
a
can tell
really-
he's a really cool guy.
He's a really cool guy. This is the thing about my dad. This is the thing that's fucked up about my parents. God, I don't even know how to start this.
Guys, tune in. This is going to be a long episode.
My dad wasn't around much when I was a kid. He really put little to zero effort in raising us.
Okay.
I mean, truly, like, very weekend dad.
Well, I could tell by the relationship you guys all have with your mom over him. You guys are way closer with her. It's obvious. You spend all the time with her. You
Right.
see him. You stop in. You say hello in a parking
I
lot.
mean, he
You guys-
literally-
we talked in a parking lot for 10 minutes and
then he
we said our
left.
goodbyes.
Yes. He literally was like, well, I was driving by, so I figured I'd see you.
Kim begged him to stay at the beach with us, and he was like, not dressed. Can't.
I was like, please just swim for like 10
Please
minutes.
surf with me like I did when we were younger.
When we were, Papa. Papa.
She's going to cry again.
Let me tell you, being with my family,
It's okay, Kimmy.
being with my family.
I'm exhausted this week. I cannot wait to fly home tomorrow.
I can't believe I made it. I can't believe I didn't kill myself.
No, and beyond that, you are like a way independent person. You're successful, you're smart, you're funny. Everybody likes you. You know how to get on people's good sides.
All of those were kinda.
These are all in my eyes.
I'm smartish. I'm successful-ish, and I know how to get on good people's side-ish.
I don't know, Kim. I think you're doing really well from what I've seen here.
Yeah, my dad's cool. You met all my sisters.
I met all the sisters, which was an honor.
Yes. Pick your favorite. Go ahead.
Oh,
They all listen.
no, I can't. It would be impossible. I like them all for different reasons.
They all have different lovable, quirky traits.
very lovable qualities in all of them.
Yes, truly.
They're adorable. And I even told Haley today, I was like, what I don't think you understand is how much I love your sister Kim, and like by the transitive property, love you. Like I have like this overwhelming love for all of your sisters just because they're your sisters, and they didn't get that.
Yes, I know,
but I do.
That's so funny. Yeah, the family is unhinged, you guys. I mean, like, is there a moment of peace?
No, and the moments of peace don't feel like moments of peace.
Why?
Because there's always more. There's always more happening.
Yeah.
Somebody is always unhappy about something. I'll put it that way.
Yes.
Somebody's got a problem, and if when one person's problem is solved, it gets pushed. The next person has a problem.
There's always a
it's
problem.
almost like solving that person's problem is a problem for the next person.
It's true. It's a never-ending problem in my family, and it is like it is just quite like even and it overwhelms me so much. There's always something going on, always someone with a problem, and they do quite literally rely on me so much.
Yes.
To like solve it all, and like I have to be the plan maker, and it's like, why didn't Kim do this? And it's like I don't know.
Yeah, and when they do know like exactly what it is that's going to fix the situation, they call upon you to handle it. They're like, Kim, can you get the thing and go to the thing and whatever?
Oh, I get so tired.
Yeah, I get it.
It's exhausting. Guys, comment in the chat if you get tired. You ever get tired from your family?
I'm sure a lot of people feel this way. I mean, my family in the large group setting is chaotic. Like absolute chaos.
But they're all getting along.
Everyone's getting along is the only difference. But like, it's interesting because I actually feel kind of comfortable around your family, even when it's like sheer chaos, because my family displays a similar chaos without any meaning behind it.
Right.
None of them have any hurt feelings. It's just kind of in their Italian nature to be a little too loud and to be a little bit over melodramatic for no reason.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really comfortable with like the behaviors because I don't associate them with a real negativity.
Right.
Whereas you get way overtired with all of this because it's all attached to a very deep negativity of fighting.
It's all attached to fighting, and it becomes too much. And I can't do it. I'm fucking done, dude. I'm fucking done.
There was a point today where you were considering extending your stay for another 3 days.
I can't believe that. I can't believe I would ever think of that. There is something sick about me where it's like, I like pleasure spiked with pain. And that quote is me.
You.
That's me.
Yeah.
I like pleasure spiked with pain, and music is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane. Pleasure spiked with pain. That's my family. They're the pain part. My friends and everyone else is the pleasure. They are a lot.
Yeah.
It is like, and they're fun.
They're so much fun.
They're so much fun. That's
They're
the
a
problem.
blast. And they all love each other so much. It's obvious.
You ever had that kid in your neighborhood that you played with, but you had a miserable time every time you played with them, but you went every day?
Yep.
That's my family. That is quite literally my relationship with them. It's my neighbor that I'm obsessed with, and all I want to do is make happy, and they just make me do chores and make me be the husband when we play house.
That was me and my neighbors.
That's me and my family. Is it not sort of the same relationship?
I told you about the time they invited me over, and I was so excited because I hadn't been invited over in a long time by them. And I went over there, and they were like, "We're going to put on a show for you in the backyard. Sit right here. Stand right here for the show." And so I stand right in the spot, and they had picked grass and put it in a circle of picked grass to show me exactly where to stand. And I was like, I'm gonna stand here and watch your show. And instead of doing a show, they're like, 1, 2, 3, heave, and they pull.
I've heard this story, and I truly love this. As someone who got bullied,
they pull it's like a series of jump ropes that are tied together, and there's a circle. The circle that I was standing in is just covered. The grass was just covering jump rope that was supposed to tag.
It was a trap.
It was a trap. It was supposed to grab me by the ankles, and then they would all heave, and they thought they were going to get me upside down, but they didn't realize that they weren't strong. It was like a tree house. It was like,
oh, these sick fucks tried to heave you up a tree.
they tried to heave me up a tree, but they didn't realize that they're fucking stupid little kids who aren't strong enough to lift another child.
Not these weak bitches trying to heave my girl.
So instead, my legs are just up in the air, and they're kind of half pulling me up and then
Were you
dropping me.
screaming?
Yes, crying.
No.
They tortured me.
No, was
You
your
think
mother
do you think I
pissed?
went back the next week for more?
Yes, you did.
I did.
Did you tell your mom what happened?
Yes,
And
I
I bet she was like, "Don't go over there anymore."
She hated that.
She was like, "If you don't want to be bullied anymore, don't go over there, Alexandra."
And then the next day, I'm crying because she won't let me go over there, and they're the only friends in the neighborhood. They're the only kids.
you just needed a sibling.
I just needed a sibling.
You know, but I will tell you, my mom bullied me like that. My mom would heave me into a rope. Let me tell you, one time, my mom, when I first got into stand-up, convinced a guy to pretend he was my fan.
No.
So she can videotape me get excited.
No.
And then tell me that he's really not.
That's evil.
I know.
Fucking evil, dude.
I know.
But she
you
doesn't-
saw her. You saw her.
There has been
push door close on the elevator on me,
thousand
right?
examples of that this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell him. Tell him so they feel bad for me.
Wait, I can't think of them one by one, but there's
Okay,
just
I'll tell you. She pushed the elevator door close on me.
She did.
Just to see it hit me.
And you had already been afraid of that particular elevator.
Yeah.
It's like the first time we stepped in the elevator, it like went
Dropped a
down a
little.
little bit, and Kim was like, "I'm uncomfortable with this. I'm going to jump in and jump out whenever we're using this." Yeah, that was kind of fucked up. That was wrong.
She tried to scare me. What else did she do to try to scare me? At one point, you looked at me and you go, "Your mom likes to scare you a lot, huh?"
Oh, yeah, because we had all come back really late at night, and I didn't have a room key, and you didn't have a room key, and she was like, "Oh, I don't have one either." And she let us believe that for like a good minute and a half in front of the door before she was like, "Just kidding."
It's just, if there is a calm moment, she likes to disrupt it with worrying me. She likes to worry me.
Yeah.
It's in her blood. Like, I'll be like, "Man, it's such a beautiful day." She goes, "Yeah, but we could die at any moment." It's like, please.
Not the coconut.
Please.
Not the $9 Coke.
My poor sister wanted for 3 days.
She's been saying it since Tuesday.
My quietest sister, she asked for nothing, truly. All she does is help and offer. And all she's been saying is she just wants a coconut on the beach.
She just wants to drink fresh coconut water from a coconut.
She had this sweet little idea. She just wanted to sit and have a cold coconut on the beach. And she was like, "Man, I can't wait to get the coconuts on the beach." She goes, "Yeah, $9, that'll be worth it." It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Oh, man.
What's another example?
The boogie board today. That was way drama, though, because that was like 2 hours of reciprocal.
We're going to call that Boogie Gate of 2022.
Then we also had phone charger gate.
Tell him.
Because I feel like I'm talking shit about your family. You're supposed to
Let me
be
close
telling.
this before she comes out and hits me.
I don't want to talk shit. I feel like this is.
But she's a cunt. I'm just
your
kidding.
stories to tell, sister.
What was the second one? A charger.
Charger gate.
She just took I was looking for my charger and I see it in her hand. And I know it's my charger because my charger, it's the same, the square part is my MacBook square part. And it's one of those little ones that's not like regular sized.
It's like a USB-C
USB-C,
thingy.
yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm getting bit up.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'm going to put my hoodie on.
They don't like me.
So I see it in her hand and I say, "Hey, you have my charger." And she instantly yells and goes, "That's my charger." And I'm grabbing it from her bed and she yanks it out of my hand. She's like, "No, I bought it. This is mine."
It was brand new.
It's brand new. And I'm looking at it, I go, "This is not a brand new charger. Look at all the scratches. Look, if you bought this brand new, you have to return it."
You do talk like that. You talk like that to your family so often.
No.
You know for a damn fact that that's not the case.
I go, if you were to buy in any fucking planet, if you were to buy a charger and it looked like this, you would say no and you would go return it.
The way you have to use logic like that all the time. You have to bend logic to be like, here, this is I'll present it from this angle.
And she's like, "No, that can't be. It can't be. That is my charger." And then she just finds her charger. I mean, she accused me of lying,
This was
stealing.
like 2 hours later. She found her charger. It was in the car.
It was in the car.
The whole time.
That's another thing she does is the thing that she's looking for is constantly where it's supposed to be. It's never not where it's supposed to be.
Okay, sorry everybody. Everything went to shit, but now we're back.
My mother came and hit me.
So I think we were talking about Chargergate, and I think we were on our way to talking about Boogiegate.
Boogieegate.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The boogeyman came through on the beach today, sweetie. And the boogeyman is my mama.
Now, it's really important to note that we woke up really early this morning. We got our shit packed. Everybody was in a good mood and ready to go to the beach. So ready to go to the beach, in fact, that we left your 88-year-old grandmother who was ready to go get breakfast with us at like 8:30 in the morning. We said, fuck you, Grandma. We're going to the beach. We'll deal with you later.
Well, let me tell you, before we even get into that wasn't particularly our fault. That is the chaos of my family, that my dad called me and he's like, I want to see you.
It's like, champ,
It was literally...
it's now or never.
It was literally like that scene where he's like, I came here to pick up my son. And he like picks him up and he puts him on. He's like, I'm going to come pick him up next week again. He's like, I want to see you, Kim. I need to see you. And he's like, and I'm driving through Cocoa now. And I'm like, okay, like, I want to see my daddy and my grandpa, and my grandma, but my grandma will be at the house all day, and my dad's driving through now. I get one chance.
You got to see him at the side of the road for a minute.
Please.
I swear to God.
So I have to bail on my...
We met him at the side of the road.
We did. And he didn't even have his car.
He was in a rental.
Why was he in a rental? I don't...
He was in a beaten up rental
Why
car.
was he in a rental? I don't know. He kept saying the word investors. I don't know. Is that a drug deal? Maybe. I don't know what's happening. But he literally was like, we stopped by his side of the road. He was like, well, I'll see you later, kid. You've grown. And I was like, no, I haven't. You stopped growing when you're 18 and I'm 30. So I haven't.
Said you got bigger, didn't you?
By the way, everyone in my family just tells me I'm fat.
It's fucked up. It's really fucked up the degree to which everybody in your family will look you dead in the eye and tell you that you're fat.
Yeah.
That could never... I'll tell you right now, I could gain 50 pounds and my parents would be too afraid to tell me.
Oh, no. My grandmother was like, oh, look, you've gotten... My grandmother... not only called me fat, she tripled down. She was like, you've gotten fat. I mean, Jesus, and this is all in Spanish. She was like, I mean, Jesus, you've gotten fat. You're the fattest I've ever seen you.
And we're on our way to dinner and Kim was like, tengo mucha hambre. She's like telling her grandma she's so hungry.
I'm so hungry. She was like, with how big you are, how could you be? Fuck, dude. I put my bathing suit on. My mom was like, oh, Kim. It is so mean the way they call me fat.
That is really mean.
Everyone in my family bullies me. So I need you guys to stop being mean to me.
Part of the problem is, Kim, is that you never had the full-on mental breakdown that they were trying to push you to. And I think that if you had that full mental breakdown, they would be taking your emotions into account a little more. So they're like,
I'm too strong.
You're too strong.
I'm too strong, and they're chipping away at me.
I'll tell you, I had about 5 mental breakdowns when I was a teenager. My parents have been afraid to hurt my feelings ever since.
Really? I should have broke down more.
Yeah.
I held on too strong.
Yeah, I think that
It
truly
really
is a big part of it. It's something that's about your personality is really to be super strong in those moments, and it has opened you up to a lot more of having to be the strong person.
Ugh. I cried in the car with Alex.
She did.
I said, I am tired.
She said, it's time that I cry. And you know what was funny? Before we went in the car on that errand, when we were sitting right out here, I was like, are you okay? I thought you were about to cry then. I could tell you were going to cry tonight, sister. I said, if it's not coming now, the tears are going to start flowing.
You know what made me cry? Oh, I'm going to cry again.
Oh, no.
I'm going to cry again.
What?
It's going to come out.
It's okay.
I want someone to take care of me.
I know.
I want to be taken care of. I want someone to go, oh, I already got your things. They're in the car. That's so much to ask.
It's really not. It's not, and it's something that you would do for everyone.
Don't worry. I picked up the tab. Don't worry, Kim. I'll carry it for you. You carry everything.
You do carry everything. It's okay. It's okay to feel that way too.
You know what fucking sucks? I'm gonna have a kid, and I'm gonna have to take care of that fucker too.
But that will be something that you signed up for at least.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
I can't. I'm too tired.
But I know that to be the thing that you want the most.
And then you know what I do? My dumbass. I grow up in this family. All they do is make fun of me, call me fat, make me do things, and then act like they just want to be surrounded by me constantly. And then my stupid ass goes into the industry, decides I want to be in Hollywood, where all people do is make me do things and call me fat and don't take care of me.
You are truly a glutton for pain.
I like pleasure spiked with pain. Music is my heroin.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if I'm laughing or crying at this point.
No, you're both. Which is great, and I think that's also something that that you're great at. You turn all the pain into funny. Where would you be without that, you know?
Happy. Just happy. It's fucked, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's fucked.
Do you want to just get into Boogie Gate?
We have to go into trauma after trauma. Can you tell him, please? At least just tell him. If I
Okay.
just to keep me from. Let me rest.
So everything's nice.
I just need a break.
So we ditched Grandma, okay? We're like, we'll meet up with you later. We're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna go meet up with Dad, talk to him at the side of the road for 5 minutes, and then go to the beach.
And then on the way to meet my dad, we said, "Oh, my sister, my only sister,
The
you
sister
haven't
who
met."
wasn't on. Well, I don't know the order of these coming out, but we have sisters coming on the podcast. Okay, the sister that wasn't on the podcast,
Yes.
was coming out to meet us as well. She's like came out to meet us at the beach. And we're all excited. And she's bringing a surfboard. So Kim, very casually, as we're walking out onto the beach, we get
day.
there. It's beautiful. Everyone's really happy to be there. All of us together are happy to be there.
We're rolling a blunt. The sun is shining. We have cold waters.
Everything's perfect.
Everything's perfect, and I'm so happy.
And Kim casually says, "Well, when my other sister gets here with her surfboard, and we have a rented surfboard, and I have a surfboard, then Haley could have the boogie board, and we'll all be able to go out." And your mom really took it personally that she was not part of that group. She wasn't like the one of, like, all of us go out in the water.
To be honest,
She doesn't seem like she usually likes to go out in the water the whole time, though.
no. And to be honest, I wasn't done with my sentence. And that's another thing I have trouble is just getting a full sentence out
Yeah.
in this family. What I was going to say is Cambria's coming with her surfboard. You rented a surfboard. I have a surfboard. I was going to say, and this is where I got caught off. I said, and we have a boogie board. I got cut off here, but I was going to say, so if Haley wants to rent a surfboard, we could all go out together. That was going to be my whole sentence, including my mom. But before we even got there, she chimed in and went, "It's my boogie board." And I was like, okay. And she was like, "Yeah, I want to ride it. I didn't even get to. You guys were taking it the whole time." And
Which
I was just like,
we haven't used it.
We haven't used it
I
once.
used it on Tuesday for about 10 minutes.
I said, "You can have it." I was just trying to make a nice statement, for fuck's sake.
So Kim was like, basically like, "You know what? You can have the boogie board. Don't worry about it. Like, we'll all take turns with the surfboards, whatever." And Mom got upset and left. And she was like, "You know what, guys? Just call me when you're ready to leave the beach for the day. I'm going home. I don't feel like being here." So we're like disappointed and everything because we had all been there together, but we move on with our day. We're like, it's fine. We'll
We
just
start talking about it eventually.
maybe let's say an hour and a half later, we start talking about Boogie Gate, the whole situation.
We're like, that was crazy, how it came out of nowhere. I can't believe she got so upset.
And also, Kim had held it together and not talked about it that whole time. You had really let it go for a while, and it was kind of coming back into your mind, and you guys all just started talking about it again. I know, I told you to text Paul in that moment. And just as everybody starts talking about it, I swear to God, she can hear you. She can hear you.
She's probably listening around the corner right now.
She is coming up from behind us on the beach with her crane.
And she does do this thing when she gets upset at me, where she leaves and shops. I don't know if you noticed that.
She did that on Tuesday.
The other day. What happened where she left and shop? What was that?
You had a sip of her drink in the car.
And it was alcohol. She was drinking and driving, and I called her out.
Yeah, and she was upset.
She was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And I didn't even call her out in a mean way.
No,
I was trying to be
roasting her
funny.
on it. Yeah.
I was being funny. I go, damn, people in Florida are crazy. I
Yeah.
wasn't even like judging her.
Yeah.
I was
You're like,
like,
girl, you got to be careful.
I was like, girl, you got to be careful. You don't want to get pulled over. And it was just dead silent in the car after that. And I was like, okay.
It's like, drinking and driving is not something you're supposed to bring up in this family.
No, it is. It was like she was in love with a boyfriend, and I told her he hit on me.
Yeah.
It was like that. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Oh, and we hung out with her ex.
We'll get there.
She invites her. Okay. How long's the pod? We need more time.
We got another 15. We could go longer even.
Boogie gate happened. Drink and drive gate happened.
Yeah. So whenever she's upset, she does go out shopping.
She comes
She
back
buys
with
herself something. She comes back. She's slightly better.
slightly better, and just pretends nothing happened, which is odd to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of pretending nothing happened. And even when you say something, it's like, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, you mean gaslighting? The classic gaslight? When I learned what gaslighting was,
That probably opened an entire universe in your
When I
mind where
learned
you were
what-
like, oh, I've never been wrong.
my face was like Raven when she saw the future when I gaslit, but it went back to time. It was
Yeah.
I was like, all those times it did happen? Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Families are fucked.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And she invited her boyfriend.
Yeah, so we want to talk about the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, she invited her ex-boyfriend, who I think is a great guy, but when they broke up, she's very dramatic, so when they broke up, she made us all, like, she asked us all to block him. I think some of her friend Matt, who's in the Sweetie Pie, was there.
I love him.
He's awesome.
I love his relationship. I love him. He's very cute.
He's a very good boy.
It's good vibes over there.
He was there, and when she was like, "Oh yeah, my ex is coming to have dinner," and she kept putting it on me, which was strange.
Yes, she kept saying he's coming to see Kim.
And I don't. And if you're listening to this, my mom's ex, it's not that I don't like you. It's just I don't feel like you would particularly come to see me.
You don't feel that close to him of all of your mom's exes.
When we hung out, we were close during those times.
He's not a stepdad type thing.
Well, they dated and then it was over. It was like 3 or 2 months. And then it was over. So I didn't like him a lot when they were dating. And then when they broke up, I was
He's
like,
great.
He's gone. So I don't think he'd particularly come back to me, but he did come back, and it was so funny. It was so awkward because her friend was like, You made everyone block him. Now we just have to look him in the eye.
She did announce, we were all sitting in the hotel room together when she came in and announced, she said, well, he's coming. And and her friend was immediately like, not the guy who you made us all block. Like pretty recently.
Yeah, we have to look him in the eye and pretend we didn't block. He's also been messaging me, like, he is a nice guy. He's been like, hope you're well, always support the pod. He's been messaging Matt like, miss you, man.
The way you opened the door for him at the hotel room last night, you're like, Daddy's back.
I didn't say that. Oh, my daddy.
She said, Daddy, you're back.
Honestly, he spent more time with me than my dad on this trip. So he took me out to dinner.
He did. He did pick up the tabs for all of us last night. It was really sweet.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. What else? So much has happened. It's like I can't even process it. What?
I can't. A lot has happened. It's hard to keep straight in your mind.
Yeah.
One thing to the next.
Welcome to my whole life.
The hotels.
Oh, suppose. Tell him.
So Kim booked a lovely hotel for us this week. She found it at a great price. It was agreeable to everybody. She jumped on it.
It was actually $250 cheaper than any other option. And the only reason I got it is because I made a mistake and I thought I booked 2 nights when I booked 1 night. So I thought the price was for 2 nights. When I looked at the price, I thought I booked 2 nights, but I booked 1 night. So when I called the hotel and they went to correct it, I was like, we can't do this price. This is like, I already told my whole group we were doing this price.
I thought we were getting 2 nights for this price. We're only getting 1. I actually can't do it.
Yes. Okay. And they said, well, price match. Because I guess they just didn't have the room booked and they must have had, you saw it was pretty empty. And
it was completely empty. It was one of my favorite things about the hotel was that nobody was there, by the way.
By the way, one of the reasons I picked that hotel is because I know who you are and I know you like to, we both are. We're in LA, New York. We just like to be in quiet when we come to vacation.
Meet people on vacation.
And my mom's the kind of person that she wants to be at the busiest bar with the ice luges, and if there's an ice luge, she's there.
If there's an ice luge, she's on the other end of it, her with frozen lips. Her lips are blue.
If there's an ice luge, my mama's lips are blue. Something I'm speaking very negatively about her. She is fun.
She's the most fun.
She's so fun,
and I love her. I mean,
but fun gets tiring. So I booked at this hotel at a good rate.
Yeah,
and
a half price rate apparently.
A half price rate, quite literally half the price.
Yeah,
and it's not like my family does not come from money. None of us have any money. I'm the richest person in my family. I'll tell you that right now. And I have a scary amount of money for how successful I am.
For how many people know your name?
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah. I'm more broke. I say it constantly that I deserve more.
And you do.
I do. So I get us a really good rate, a beautiful hotel. And
Kim, there have been times where I've been tripping, asking the universe for things, and instead of asking it for money, I ask it for money for you.
Please give Kim that audition. She just deserves.
Please let Kim book the part. Please. See her talent, for Christ's sakes.
The amount of callbacks I've had where people are like, God, you're the biggest star we've ever seen.
They love telling you that you were their second choice and you didn't get it. They love telling you that. I'm like, that's just something you say?
The industry.
How many times could you be the second choice?
I cannot believe
I'm frustrated.
The amount of times where they've been like, and they love to tell you how much you would have made. They're like, this is a $60 million deal.
As the person who literally has no stake in this, besides that I help Kim memorize her lines for the audition and I read them with her, I'm frustrated.
I get,
as your acting coach. Now,
people that aren't in the acting industry, when you're acting, you're doing auditions, callbacks don't happen. Like my manager is like, the people that I do have acting regularly, 1 in every 30, 40, 50, 60 auditions, they get a callback. I get
and then
a callback.
1 out of every fucking 100 callbacks they book apart. It's crazy.
Yeah, I get callbacks regularly. So I know it's good. I know that what I'm doing is good. And they love to go this would have changed your life, but
they don't realize that the closer that you get to getting something, the more annoying it is to lose.
Yeah.
Once you get the callback, you kind of feel like you have a really good shot at getting the part. So getting the callback and not getting the part kind of hurts more than just getting your audition ignored completely.
Then it's like, if your audition's ignored, you're like, oh yeah, thousands of people auditioned. They might have been tired when they watched my tape. Getting the callback and ignored, they're looking dead in my eyes. They said the audition. They said she's almost right, but not quite. No, thank you.
There's something off about it.
Yes. It's so hurtful. How did you even get into this?
I don't know. We were talking about booking the hotels for some reason. I don't know how we got to auditions. We're tired, bro. Another issue with this is like we are trying to bring you guys these shows in person and make them as fun as possible. But in order to do that, we have to physically go see each other. I stayed up all night getting on a flight to come see Kim. And then we have to
do things,
experience fun so that we have shit to talk about.
It's true.
We have not stopped moving from 8 in the morning to midnight every day.
And all I have is complaining about my family.
All we have to show for it is Congdon drama.
Congdon drama. So I booked this hotel. And
it's we were talking about how we like a quiet vibe.
Yes.
Your mom's the ice luge queen. That's where we got to.
yes, she's the ice luge queen. She wants a crazy vibe. And I did tell her, I was like, Alex she doesn't drink. She wanted to go to this place called Coconuts, which is just like a college bar, essentially, on the beach. It looks like spring break on the beach constantly. And it's just not really...
Not
I'm
my
the
energy.
kind of person that I can adjust to whoever I'm hanging out with, and it's just not really Alex's vibe. And so
I could put in for a night, but I'm going to not be thrilled while I'm there, and I'll be mentally exhausted when I get home.
Yeah.
That's the energy.
Yeah, I would rather relax. And so I booked this hotel. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. There's a pool. It's right on the beach.
Quiet.
When we check in, she goes, "Did you get oceanfront?" And I was like, "Yeah. Did you pay extra money for oceanfront?" No, I didn't. I booked it, and I didn't get oceanfront. My bad. I was like, we are on the ocean. It's literally when you step out of the elevator, the sand is on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, we're on the ocean. When we come inside to go to bed at night, I don't care if I see the ocean. Mm-hmm. My window's going to be closed.
the
I'm
windows
going to
anyway.
bed.
Yeah.
There's no moment where I was just hanging out in the hotel room. And so then I go up to the front desk and I go, "Can we have one that's like on the corner?" And they give us a really good room that's not technically oceanfront, but you could quite literally see the ocean from our
From the window, you're facing the side of the building, so you could see land and the ocean out to the side. It's beautiful.
It's not the whole ocean. It's the side of the ocean with the land and the nature, and it looks gorgeous. And the room's good, and you could tell she is pissed.
The room's clean. The room's perfect.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't like that it's good. Because
that's not what the place that she wanted to be.
On the way there, she's showing me all the places and all the rates. By the way, before I booked the room, I asked her to help me book a room, and she couldn't. She just couldn't. I don't know why. Things were too complicated, and she just couldn't help me.
I thought of another gate, by the way. For
Oh, God, what? Remind me.
Packing gate.
Oh, God, not packing gate.
Well, but let's move on with Hotel Gate first.
I mean, there's not much to Hotel Gate besides the fact that she hated it.
No. But the thing about Hotel Gate was that every time we got in the car and passed by any other hotel, she had to show us what amenities it had that made it better than the one that we were staying in.
Yes.
Which we were all really enjoying. There was just no need.
I don't think anybody else complained about the hotel. I think everybody, in fact, was like, we love this
We
hotel.
love the hotel. Yeah.
It had a little tiki bar, it had a bar, it had a pool. It was nice. She loved to go by the hotels and be like, "See that one? $78 a night." I was like,
she was naming prices like she worked for Expedia, dude. It was crazy.
She turned into a fucking travel agent, this bitch. She was $78 a night right on the beach. And then what she does is she learns what we like, and she starts throwing those in there. So she knew me and you had been
great
into
surfing over there.
She goes, "Oh, in front of this one, the $78 a night. Kim, I sent you that link. In front of that one, the waves roll in for
the perfect
years.
surfing waves."
I mean, we'll have fun at the one Kim picks, but the waves are rough, the sharks are bad, there's jellyfish, and I think there's bodies. But this is crazy.
Which, by the way, the beach was beautiful on the hotel. The ocean was a little rough, so we didn't surf at the hotel. But in retrospect, what a good thing, because when we go to surf, we go fucking hard. We can't help it. This is like
we hang 10, bruh.
This is ski gate all over again.
We found the pow pow in the wah-wah.
Bro.
If you know what I'm saying.
Bro, I was hanging 10. I am so hard.
I mean, I think we already talked about you surfing, right?
We did.
But I will say
I've
one more time
better.
before we end this podcast that I was fucking impressed with you.
You know what's annoying?
Wildly impressed how good Alex is at surfing.
There are not a video exists of me hanging 10, but you gotta trust in my heart, I fucking got there.
She hung 11.
I hung 11, bro. It was great.
She truly hung 11. She was so good. So good.
So, but yeah, you're right. So your mom, she would pick up on everything that we liked, and she'd be like, "Oh, that's a great bar to do acid at."
She goes,
like,
"Them?
You guys will probably like tripping there."
Oh, but the Crown Plaza's cool too." I was like, "Please leave me alone. Stop hurting me." Oh man.
Yeah. You want to hit Packing Gate and call it a day?
Let's hit Packing Gate.
We're going to go back to the beginning of the story.
I don't even remember Packing Gate.
You came to
When I
pick
went
me
to
up from the airport.
Well, this is where it all started. I can't believe we're going all the way back. We're going to the beginning to make it the end.
It's a Terminator timeline,
Beginning of the
baby.
end, people. Let me tell you, I went to go pick up Alex at the airport. The airport's an hour away. And my mom said in the morning, do you want me to come with you? And
This
I said,
was before we go to the hotel or anything. We're planning to...
Go
we're
surf.
making the plan, yeah.
Because I booked a hotel that doesn't have good surf and is not fun. I told my mom, well, there is a day before and a day after the hotel that we have time to go to your favorite beach. And I'm like, I don't know if you noticed that I love to compromise.
Constant compromise.
I will I just will. Like, whatever people want to do to make it the easiest, I will.
As long as Kim gets the thing that she wants at some point, she also wants everybody else to have the thing that they want.
Yes. As long as I
the
catch
goal
a
is
couple
for
waves.
everybody to be happy, and Kim wants to catch a couple waves and have fun in the sun.
Because I'm working full time, so I just want to enjoy a ride. I'm packing, I'm booking, I'm invited.
Taking care of babies.
I'm bathing, babe. My cousin brought his 3 kids.
We have to talk about Legion, how I did Legion of Skanks the other day. Oh my God.
Well, let's get into packing gate and then we'll get into skanks. And
Okay, then we'll end it there.
I go, I'm going to pick up Alex. I'm going to pick her up at the airport. My mom goes, do you want me to ride with you? Very sweet offer. I go, yeah. And then as she's walking with me, I go, you know what? You know what's a better idea is because we want to spend a lot of time at this beach and the waves are at the best in the morning. I said, why don't you? And we already had our stuff pre-packed. So I was just telling my mom, why didn't she just get the stuff together and put it on the front porch so that there's a pile of towels, beach stuff. And I was like, you have an hour.
The surfboard, everything that's coming to the beach.
Everything that's coming to the beach, put it right here.
Everyone that's coming to the hotel, it's all going.
And it's not like I'm asking her to pack my stuff. My stuff's packed. It's in a corner. It's ready to go. I'm just asking her to pack her
stuff, whatever she wants to bring to the beach.
and the surfboard. The only thing I asked is for the surfboard. And she goes, that's a great idea. I'll pack, and then when you get here, we'll get in the car and go. And I pick up Alex, 1 hour there, about 30 minutes waiting, because you know how airports are. She's got to get her thing, and 1 hour back. That's 2.5 hours. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's insane.
Not getting worked up all over again.
I come home, and I expect to open the door and go, Alex is here, let's pack the shit, let's get in the car. And she is reading glasses on at the table, bills scattered everywhere, on the phone with bill collectors or something, paying bills. And I was like, are you ready?
And she was like, yeah, I just got all my bills paid for the whole month. She was proud.
She was excited. And I was like, okay, are we ready to go? She's like, yeah, I just got to pack some food and the rest of the stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean you have to pack? We're supposed to be ready to go. Because the waves, and all I want is to surf.
All Kim wants in life is to surf, by the way. I've heard talk of Kim giving up comedy for surfing this week.
That's true.
I've heard a lot of talk about comedy going out the door and beach life coming in.
I might quit comedy and just move to the beach and never speak to anyone again. Except me. Except you. We might have to still do the pod because I need a couple $100 a month. But yeah, she wasn't ready. And then she was like, but I had to pay my bills. And I was like, why now? Why now? So that happened.
Right.
And then when you recorded Legion of
Skanks. So, and I am always paranoid about my work, especially with taking the time to be in places with Kim and knowing that I have work back home that needs to be done. I'm like anxious about it constantly. So for like days, I've been like, Wednesday, 2 o'clock, I have a Zoom show. I'm going to need to be on the computer focused. It's going to take me about 2 hours, and then I'll be back to party.
And this is what my family was like, oh, yeah, we'll respect it, of course.
Of
we respect
course,
the arts.
absolutely. You could get your work done. It's work.
Yes, it's work.
Trabajo.
Importante.
Importante.
And then about 2:16.
Okay. It was just enough time for us to finish recording ads.
But yeah, it was just at the point where you guys finished ads.
So we had just finished recording ads, and we're about to settle in and start the episode. I got my notes out. I got my timer out. I got my headphones
They came in with a warning, like the guy before the war starts with the fire. Where
Kim
when they're standing at the top of the building and they go, it's not flame.
Kim was a real Paul Revere of this story, okay? Kim came in on a horse and she was like, the Puerto Ricans are coming.
The Puerto Ricans are coming.
She's like, I hate to tell you this, Alex. I know this is the only place that you have Wi-Fi and you're available to do your show, but my family's ready to leave the beach. I know you know we invited my cousin and his 3 small children, as well as my sister and her small child, and all my other sisters. Everybody's here. Friends are here. They all need to come bathe the children in this one tiny hotel room during the show.
It was one little hotel room, and I think 16 to 18 Puerto Ricans are just in the background, nude babies. There's naked babies. They're all sandy. All of them are crying.
Everybody's crying.
Everyone's crying.
Kim's crying.
I'm bathing too under my arm. I just want to catch a quick wave outside, dude. All I want to do is hang a quick 10, dude.
There's sand all over the hotel room. I'm feeling flicks of sand.
I'm trying to say hi to Lewis on the stream with 3 babies in hand. I'm like, can I say hi?
It was fucking.
It was a nightmare.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it did show me that I could call upon a sense of calm. It was almost meditative, the way that I zoned into the show and pretended that none of you were there.
You know what my family feels like?
I
It
could
feels
survive
like,
a Puerto Rican family, I
you
feel.
know the siblings in Home Alone when they're packing and ready to go? That's what the hotel room looked like. It was like that.
Yeah, but I was home alone. Oh, man. But it's been a fun week. Your family's the best.
Yeah,
They're
as
the
much
greatest
shit as I
hang.
talked about them, I got to tell you, they're more fun than any other, like most families I hang out with. Like a lot of the times when I hang out with other families, I go, ooh, I gotta go back to my family.
Yeah.
So they're fun when they're not like mentally abusing me.
Yay.
All right. I think that's the episode. Wow, I feel better. You guys, thank you for letting me feel better. And thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry I cried.
You guys are all Paul now. What? I said you guys are all Paul now.
Paul's my therapist. All right, you guys. This has been a fun episode. We'll see you guys next week.
You want to plug?
Oh, yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar and check out Sick and Portly. Watch Rick and Morty every Monday right after Legion of Skanks, only on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live. And if you head to gasdigitalnetwork.com, you could use promo code TOPICS for a 7-day free trial where you get access to every episode of the show on demand, bonus content, live chat, all the good stuff. If you're a YouTube or iTunes listener, I'm sure you've noticed that we only have a certain number of episodes available, our most recent ones. If you want to go into the past, see literally how our friendship started. I showed up at Kim's apartment one day to record the first episode of this podcast, and it was the first time we ever hung out. So it's a cool if you're a big fan of the show, it is a really cool thing to do.
We should go back and watch it and do a review of us watching our own podcast.
Commentary. Director's commentary.
90-day fiance style.
I love that. So gasdigitalnetwork.com, promo code TOPICS.
Hell yeah. Guys, follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check me out on twitch.tv/QueenCong1. Check out my other podcast, Cut This With Sarah Weinschenk, anywhere you buy podcasts, and I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Hit it, Frank! everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bra Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. Hi, Kimmy.
Hi. Boy,
What a day.
what a fucking day.
Yeah.
We've had a day. We've had a couple days. Well, since you've been here, we haven't stopped.
Yeah, so I think a big part of this, it's like we're trying so hard to bring the audience in-person episodes, but it also means like exhausting ourselves, living entire lives to have something to talk about in a day, and then doing 3 podcasts.
Yeah, because we truly run out of things. Like if we're not doing things during the week, if we're not having adventures, if we're not doing other things, like if we both stay home for a week straight, we don't really have much to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. If you watch all of our Zoom episodes, you must have noticed it a week or two.
Yeah.
Where we're like, we haven't lived lives.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Britney Spears for 40 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. We have nothing to talk about but the imprisonment of a 90s pop star.
Who would have thought Britney would give us 25 years worth of talking about her?
It's wild.
It's honestly amazing.
She's worked so hard. Look at us again with nothing to talk about.
No.
Wow.
No, we have a couple things. We're low energy, but we are here with you.
We're low energy, but well, not for you and not for the audience and not for this motherfucking pod.
No.
We would never.
We're forcing coffee down our throats, actually.
We're deep throwing
We're
coffee.
hacking on coffee for you guys.
So we just had my first neighbor sighting.
Oh, shit, we did. I almost forgot we were going to...
Why are you yelling?
Because I get louder when we talk about it.
Why?
Because it's...
Do you want to
Exciting
catch them up
stuff.
to what happened?
Yeah, so if you listen...
Quick recap.
Listen to the episode, please, you'll know that Kim was really banging it out in her bedroom recently, and the entire building's worth of people not only heard about it but complained about the first time she fucked in 4 months, which is sort of insane. But when you think about the layout of the building and how many people were able to hear it, kind of imagine she was going hard. It was a little too much.
It was embarrassing, yeah.
So
Nothing like being the too horny girl in the building.
we've been ignoring these neighbors. We've been avoiding them like the Black Plague.
Honey.
Until today, where we ran into Mr. Broom himself. Now, I don't know if he was brooming, but he's
I
at
think
least the husband of the broomer. Or the boyfriend of the broomer.
He's the broomer.
The broomer
He's
himself.
the broomer. He's the one that lives in the room below me.
Yeah.
Yeah, honey.
So Mr. Broom, his very self, first of all, it seemed like he knew that we were coming through the hallway.
And he came out on
First
purpose.
problem, yeah. We're loudly entering the building, but appropriate loud, okay?
Yeah. We're
wholesome loud, I'd say.
Wholesome loud. That's
Talking about how we enjoyed our dinner, yeah.
The weather's so nice.
Yeah.
We're being nice girls. We're nice girls.
But also, just as we came through the door, you complained about them leaving the doors open.
Yes, and
right?
it feels like they heard me.
It was like the second after that complaint was aired, this dude busted out from his apartment, turned around immediately to look at Kim, and she said, "Hey, how are you?" And he said, "Tired."
No, not me keeping my neighbors up at night.
Now it's annoying because that is such a normal thing to say. Like I react, I'll say
he
tired.
didn't just say tired. He was like, "Hey,
Yeah, no, he was. Hey guys.
honey."
Yeah.
He looked like he had a dick in his ass while he was talking to us.
He did,
Couldn't be
right?
more
And
flamboyantly
the
gay.
only reason that I needed to ask was because if a straight man said "hey" like that, then it's him looking to fight you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if a gay man says "hey" like that, I'll forgive it.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Okay. But still, he came at you. It was a "hey girly,"
It was a hey girly.
Yeah.
A hey girly hey.
which I love. I love that. Like, it's only recently that people have picked up on how fucking passive aggressive the "hey girly" text is.
Hey girly's wild.
Because "hey girly's been around for at least 15 years. "Hey girly, I just wanted to let you know."
Nothing good comes after hey girly.
No.
Ever. No one's ever sent hey girly and it's been a positive.
It's never been "hey girly, do you want to be in my bridal shower?
Hey-
I love you. You're my best friend."
hey girly, you're looking great today.
Never. It's ironically, it's usually "hey bitch, you're looking great today," if
Yeah.
anything. Even from a female friend. Like,
Hey girly is what you DM a girl when you're about to tell her that her boyfriend's hitting on you.
yes, it's like the more fucked up thing you have to say to the girl, the nicer the
intro
is, which is "hey girly," and then the nicer the thing you have to say to the girl hey, you cunt, you know I fucking love you, right? Like,
Right. Exactly.
you gotta, that's the balance of the world.
Yeah.
You have to keep your words at neutral.
Yeah, I got hey girly. And that was the first sighting. I'm glad we got it out of the way and it's done. And
I'm glad it was only mildly awkward and a little bit questionable. Tired is a really normal response, by the way, but it's like the second we got through the door, I was like, I'm trying to tell you he's tired. He threw off his whole sleep schedule. One night of fucking.
Not me fucking everyone in the building awake.
Not you getting figgity fucked awake.
I got figgity fucked and everyone had to hear. Not me getting fucked too loud. Honestly, there's nothing more than getting caught having too loud sex.
Except by your father, I guess.
Yeah. If you guys missed one of the first episodes we recorded with Broad Topics, Alex told the story of her dad walking on her doggy style.
It's really worth going to gasdigitalnetwork.com and using the promo code Topix for a subscription to go back and listen to that episode.
Please, it is so funny. It is so graphic. I won't get into too much detail about the episode because you should watch it, but he walks in on her, not front doggy, not back doggy, sideways doggy. He got the whole damn view,
dude.
honey.
You know what it is? When you and me first started doing this podcast, like this was the first podcast I've ever done, and I feel like I was nervous to record with you for those first few episodes, and I really solidified my position on the show by offering up the most embarrassing moments of my entire fucking life.
I mean, the things you told us in the first few episodes were iconic. You told us how you bullied a girl and outed her as a lesbian in front of your whole school as a bully. Like, you were like, stop hiding it, you finger girl. And you, like, threw your friend's bra at her.
Yeah, I threw her own bra back at her that she had left at the house.
Yeah.
I was out of control, dude.
Yeah, Alex is a wild one. Check back those old episodes. We go through her diary. We had a segment called The Diary of Alex Frank, which I love.
You know, my diaries have just been returned to me.
Oh, yeah?
Just last week, I got those babies back.
You
Because
needed
they're gold in there.
Yeah, you need them back.
Maybe I will work up the courage to read through and pick some segments to read myself.
Okay, I like that.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. So yeah, your dad walked in on me. I had a conversation with my dad today, and he was talking about the podcast, and I told him, I said, yeah, whatever you do, just don't listen to any of my podcasts ever. And he quite literally told me that he's listened to all of them.
Yeah, well, your dad calling you was
Blowjob
funny.
story, every fucking...
I feel like your dad called you, first of all, right after you mentioned your dad for the first time in this visit between us. You mentioned him, and like clockwork, he called you 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
And then, I think he didn't realize that the phone was on speaker for a long time, which I hate. I hate when I don't disclose that in the first 2 minutes. Yeah.
Well, he kind of just started talking.
Yeah.
And didn't give me a chance. I usually start with like, hey, you're on speaker, but he'll really just start.
Yeah, no, he goes.
He goes. And
he's off like a bullet.
And both my parents are really funny but narcissistic, so they don't stop for a while. Like,
yeah.
They go for a hot minute.
Yeah, it's noted, honestly. It's always an entertaining thing, though. They're listenable people. Your dad wants to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Not us promoting his show already.
Yeah, my dad wants to... What did he call it?
Something.
More Yanks?
More Yanks? Couple of Yanks? No.
It was really good.
No more Yanks?
No more... No, it was more yanking.
More Yanks? Okay.
More Yanks? No, something...
I don't know.
Catchy. It was dirty. It was like... I was like, that's actually a legit podcast name.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was great. He says that there are some fans that he lives in his town, and he walks into the bar, and every time he walks in, they're like, oh shit, it's Kim Congdon's dad, which I love.
I love it.
Love putting my dad in his place. If you're listening, you know who's daddy.
Dude, you just reminded me of this like meme that I saw last week that blew my mind, and I wish I could remember the rest of the examples, but the top one. So this meme was about like synonyms, like words that mean the same or whatever, but are different. And there was a whole list of them, but the best one was like, consider the difference between forgive me, Father, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, and sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty.
That's wild.
It's the same sentence, but wildly different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what talking about dads. I went to Sorry Daddy has been naughty.
Okay. Speaking of Sorry Daddy, my dad mentioned he wanted to fuck Alex.
He did. I locked up. I didn't know what to say.
That was fucked.
Because, I was like, it was a parental conversation. I was just so prepared to be polite that I was truly taken aback. I couldn't take the polite route,
No. He goes, who you with over there? Who's that? Who's the second voice? Oh, that's my friend Alex. She's in town. We're doing some work. He goes, oh, Alex, I know her. I've seen her pictures. Not the pictures I want to see, but yeah, I've seen her pictures.
Wait till he peeps our topless app.
Oh, God. He will. He'll block me completely out just to be able to watch you, that fucking pervert.
Oh, man. Yeah, I truly did not know what to say. It's like any conversation with a parent, you're so prepared to be agreeable.
Yes.
Yeah. So the instinct was to be like, laugh it off. And that's even flirtatious, by the way.
Yeah, I think I handled it well. I went, okay, inappropriate.
You did. But even then, I was caught up in, do I respond? It also came moments after me kind of under my breath being like,
Yeah.
So I wanted to meet him.
Yeah. Well, honey, I have a feeling you two will meet sometime soon.
Listen.
I feel like my dad's going to meet you.
Listen, I love your mother too much, and I'm not prepared for her wrath, sister.
Taking my mom's leftovers.
No, not mom's sloppy seconds.
Mama's sloppy thirds, honey.
No thanks. I'm going to politely decline your father.
Okay, that would be funny if he fucked my dad, though.
It would be so funny. It would be out of character for everyone involved except your dad.
It would even be out of character. If my dad fucked one of my friends, I would... He
if
makes jokes, but he's
one
like...
of your friends and it was me. How shocking. As if your dad says this. Because the very last thing that Kim's dad said to her on the phone today was, he was like, I hope I don't embarrass you with this one, Kimmy. And she was like, oh God, what? And he was like, I remember your first poop. And it cracked me the fuck up because since I was a child, my dad's been going on and on about my first poop.
What is that?
I think I'm almost like I'm prepared to, like, when I have a baby, have my husband flip out about the first poop. I think it's just a man thing. I think it's the only thing they know, truly.
They love poop. Is poop. Men love poop.
They fucking love it, dude. There's nothing that could bring my father and I closer than a fart joke that we both get. I mean, we're not gonna
Wait,
every fart joke.
What was the bad news my dad said he opened up
The
with?
bad news was that he's starting a podcast. He really bait and switched you. I was gonna say that before. He was like, I got bad news. You know the Legion of Skanks? Well, I think they're gonna be in a little bit of trouble because I'm starting a podcast. I swear to God, Kim thought one of her family, she thought a grandma died or something.
I was like, what? And he was like, no, nothing like that. He got kind of weird.
No, nothing even fucking remotely close.
He's like, I'm just starting a pretend podcast.
I'm considering starting a show. I wanted to run the title by you. Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's cute. That's great.
Yeah, he's great. He's very, very funny.
Awesome.
He does. He has a dog. He talks to the dog like I talk to Sarah's dog.
Right. Oh, we meant to. I feel like we touched on it in last week's episode.
There were a few things we missed in last week's.
Yeah.
And I know last week's episode was a little jarring.
It jarred us.
Were we on drugs when we filmed it? Yeah.
Barely, though. Honestly.
Truly barely, but we're not
we had an afterglow.
We were not off of a bender.
No, we were just off a bender, really afterglowing. And when I tell you the decision of the wardrobe for that episode was made 24 seconds before we pressed record.
We were about to record and we go, should we do this one topless?
I think what happened was I complimented your boobs and you went to the heavens with it. You said, let's...
Well, no. It started before that.
Yeah?
When Sarah goes, sometimes I come up here and there's women with their boobs out, and then you flash the ocean.
That when we're at the other spot, yeah.
But it was the beginning of bringing when one nipple touched the air out in those mountains, all 6 of our nipples...
We couldn't get enough, dude.
We couldn't get enough.
I flashed the ocean, then we all flashed the ocean, then we spent a minute kind of letting the wind hit it. Then we put it away and felt miserable.
And then we hiked back to another cave. We started podcasting. We were like, we're taking this off again. And it was liberating.
I was thinking about The last time that I was out in the open air with my nipples out, I couldn't speak yet. I was a toddler.
It felt so good, did it not?
It felt incredible, dude.
It was great.
Incredible.
Yeah. Have you ever swam in the ocean naked?
No, and I've never even skinny dipped in a pool.
Honey.
It's a problem. I know. I should skinny dip.
When we go to Florida, we'll swim naked.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
At least topless. Men. No mom.
Topless almost is naked to me. It's like
No, there's nothing like pussy out in the ocean.
pussy out in the ocean. In the ocean for sure. I don't know that I need the wind hitting my pussy. Water hitting my pussy sounds nicer for some reason.
Yeah, when are you swimming with wind?
No, but I'm saying like the way that the wind felt great on our nipples. I don't know that the wind would feel great on my pussy like that.
No, it's not about that.
Yeah.
The swimming naked is fully about your butthole getting to have water and your pussy being able to have like
out of your butthole drinking water.
not my butthole being thirsty. Not my butt being very thirsty. Her butt has very thirsters.
Her butt's a chugger.
Her butt very needs quenching. Yeah, it's all about like letting your holes get filled with sea salt.
I get that. Sea salt is healing, dude.
Yeah.
Not that my asshole needs healing, but I just feel like it's probably good
Yours
for the
is
pussy.
mine's thirsty. Yours needs some healing. Honey, we need to hit the ocean. Is all I'm hearing.
But it's crazy because in a bathing suit, I feel like it couldn't be more opposite.
Is all I'm hearing.
But it's crazy because in a bathing suit, I feel like it couldn't be more opposite. It's like, sure, you get some salt water near the pussy, but the amount of sand you come out of the ocean with in your bathing suit. Yesterday, we dunked our heads. All I did was dunk my head in the water. My pussy touched the water for 4 seconds, and I was full of it.
Let me ask you,
I still got sand in me.
why do they make bathing suit bottoms with the sand pocket in them?
It's almost specifically to catch sand. I think a man designed that too.
He had to
I'm
have.
sorry. Nobody with a vagina
But why add
would
the
put
pocket?
a hole to gather sand in.
Why?
I don't know. And it's like the hole's facing up toward your pussy, so you can't even squeeze sand out of it. You'd be squeezing it
sand
directly into your pussy like a go-gurt. It's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is.
I don't know, dude. It's wild.
I don't get that.
No, me either. But you're dog talking. That's what we started with here.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You get it from your father, for sure.
well, we found a dog that I love.
Yes. To the point where Kim's looking at dogs now. If you listen to the show a lot, you know that it's almost shocking.
Not me looking at dogs.
I'm almost worried. You all right?
I don't know, but it's so funny because I looked up. I was like, maybe there's a dog here and needs a home. The first dog I pulled up,
The dogs needed homes a little too badly.
honey, they were. I said, I cannot afford this little shit's medical bills. I can already tell he's got clinical depression. I don't need a dog with depression.
You were looking at the website from the Sarah McLachlan commercial. I swear to God, these dogs were bleeding from the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to help this dog.
I was smacking that doggy butt. I was smacking that doggy butt because him got a big old butt. Him want to scratch his scratches.
Isn't it unique, you guys? So to watch Kim go from somebody who tends to absolutely despise having pets around her to doing that very specific brand.
You want him
puppy
scratchy
dog.
scratchy? You want him to little scratchy scratchy on
You're
butt
like
butt.
Cajun suddenly.
Him want a little scratchy scratchy on him butt butt. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. One in every fucking. I would say the way I like dogs, the way that I like women.
You like-
One in every 1,000 gets me.
That makes sense. 1 in 1,000. Wow.
Like truly, like out of every no, I would say it's more than that.
I like
would
dogs
say-
more than I like women, and I like women more than you like women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I think I'd make out with 1 in 50 women.
yeah, I'd make out with probably 1 in 40 or 50 women. Yes,
But
but that's
the-
about my ratio.
Yeah, but it slides crazy when we talk about going beyond making out. If to lick a pussy, it's probably 1 in 1,000.
Yeah, I like dogs the way I like women.
Pussy or making out?
In between.
In between.
I like 1 in every 200 dogs I know.
Okay.
That's sick, right?
No, dogs could be really annoying,
They're
honestly.
annoying. They're annoying.
I had a
and
dog as a
there's-
kid, and I'm turning into not so much of a dog person anymore, even though when one is in front of me, I like it. I just don't know if I want one so bad.
I like Sarah's dog. He doesn't need to be on a leash. He kind of looks like when you talk to him, there's like some dogs that are like dumb and like they give off like this desperate energy. I hate a desperate dog. They make me sick. A desperate dog literally gives me the ick.
A desperate dog meaning like a dog that is jumping on you.
Jumping, just always sniffing, like
You know when they sniff your
constantly-
pussy?
You know when
Ugh.
they constantly come back and like just like they go away and then they come back like you just got there again over and over again. I hate those dogs. Those dogs are like
Seekers.
yes, they're like kids that are super hyper. That's exactly.
Not us at the beach deciding which kids we hated yesterday.
And that's the best game, by the way. We pick the kids that we like and the kids that we hate. But yeah, I don't like a hyper dog. I don't like a hyper kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most dogs are hyper. They want to lick you. They want to be on your shit. This dog, I said it yesterday. I said,
Maybe work for it. Yeah.
he lets me pet him, and then he backs away to just where my fingers are an inch away and just stares at me until I come closer. And I'm like, I don't know what happened in my childhood, but that's the kind of love I need.
The kind of dog and man that you go after.
Yeah.
Too much.
I'm a little out of my reach.
Yeah. Well, you could definitely like healthily find that with a dog.
Yeah.
So that's good.
As long as he's not Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Alex can't laugh at those because she'll get fired. It sucks. It's crazy. It's like, what the fuck? What else? What else has happened?
You know, sister, you gotta look up cheat over there.
Honey, I do. Infinity.
Oh, that goes right along with it. Okay, that was a baby that we liked at the beach. Found out his name was Infinity.
That was nuts. Of course the baby we met at Topanga was named Infinity. What an insane fucking name.
We were admiring this baby for like 20 minutes before we found out the kid's name, and I swear by the time we found out his name, I barely liked him anymore.
Me too.
Yeah.
I fully lost interest in him when I found out his name was Infinity.
So we get to the beach, and this kid is butt naked on the beach, and
He's
he's
maybe
like
barely
younger
one.
than 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely below 2. He's tiny, doesn't talk yet, really cute, and just enjoying himself.
And fully so naked and having so much fun. He's sitting, and his mom was like, he likes the feeling of the sand in his butt. And he's sitting on the sand, and he's scooting the sand into his butt, going across.
like when a dog is wiping shit off of their asshole
was
on
so
the carpet.
cute.
It was so fucking cute, though. He was just the happiest
he was
kid.
smiling.
And the way that, like, the mom could tell that we were, like, totally baby crazy, honestly.
She
So
let us enjoy it.
She was being really cool. She's, like, telling us
Some
about the
moms
kid.
are selfish with their kids, I'll tell you that.
Hate it when I'm just, like, waving to a kid who happened to make eye contact with me and I want to seem like
And
a
the mom
friendly
doesn't
stranger.
smile.
And the mom gives me a dirty look. I'm like, what do you think I want from your kid? I don't want your snot-nosed fucking kid to come home with me. I'm just trying to give it a smile.
Yeah, sorry for trying to brighten your kid's day, you mean bitch.
I loved when I was a child seeing friendly faces on the street and from strangers.
Me too. I remember almost every smile I've ever been given.
They come up in my dreams every dang night.
Yes, I damn do. Yeah, this baby was very cute. The mom was, I'll tell you something though. The mom, a little loosey with how close she let him get to the water while she was far away. Mm-hmm. For being so little,
She was, listen, I totally having the baby conversation at the beach. But beyond that, she seemed a little loose in life.
yeah.
Yeah.
She would be running towards the water to where a small panic would come inside of me because I grew up in Florida. I know how quickly things can turn around in the ocean. Shit can change in a second. And he would go and she would be on the sand and he would run to the water's edge and not go much farther than that. But he's so little. Truly, one strong wave could roll him into the water and he can't swim or float.
It was to the point where we'd be watching her and I'd be like, if she doesn't get up in 1 second, I have to run to the baby. Yeah. Which then is going to be a massive issue because I'm running and grabbing a child on the beach, but I'm not going to, I wouldn't not. I swear I would do it.
Not you snatching up a naked baby.
Not me snatching the baby that I said I wouldn't be a problem around.
Yeah, she let him really close to that big old ocean.
But you know what? Because of that, I also believe she'd let me a little too close to her. She's just too trusting of the world. That's why her father's naked.
The baby, yeah, I know. There's a 70 dudes jerking off around us.
She said to us that she believes that everybody should be naked on the beach, which I sort of agree with, but also
I don't want to smell anyone's asshole, so I'm glad that part's covered.
I would just rather it be babies who are clean
babies
enough
and topless,
and tiny.
I say.
Babies and topless are nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
I don't need pussy on the beach.
Nobody needs their genitals in the sand except for a baby.
No.
Yeah, Infinity. Good luck with life. My mom's a freak.
Good. I loved the way that we
Actually,
reacted.
She was really sweet.
She was very sweet, but I loved the way that we didn't ask the baby's name actually.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Okay,
I did.
Well, she was proud to tell us one way or another, and the way that you could tell that she expected us to compliment the name, and we all just pulled right on back when she said Infinity. It was a boy, by the way.
It was a boy named Infinity, and she was like, Infinity, and we all went, like that. Like, we could not give it to her.
We couldn't.
No.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not going to lie to Infinity's mom.
There are so many names with similar meanings that sound more like names.
I would rather a child named Forever.
Forever is better than Infinity,
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah, I kind of like Forever.
It's the synonym challenge again. Which one of these is Forever name?
Punish me forever, Daddy. Forgive me forever, Infinity. Yeah, it's not a great name.
No, it's bad. It was too much.
I also got deeply into the elf thing.
Yeah. And okay, this is another thing.
We glossed over this.
We truly glossed over it last night or whatever, last week. Because when I tell you, and I know that I was tripping when dress up was happening and everything, but Kim walked through the doorway as Elfalina and immediately...
Wait. For the people that didn't hear last week's podcast.
Go back and listen. We're topless, for Christ's sake.
We're topless. We're hanging out at Sarah's house. We're tripping. Sarah's giving us things to dress up with at her house. Okay.
So Kim transforms herself into the most beautiful little elf ever. And the way that immediately my tripping mind felt the most intense deja vu that I was like, this has happened before. Kim has always been an elf. Will always be an elf. It was so agreed upon.
I love
that it was right for you.
I changed.
I know, you're different today.
I changed. I'm a different person. I never realized that I'm a runner. I want to know when the next one is. I want to be in it.
I'm hopeful you're going to like a Renaissance fair as much as you think you're going to. But, like, I think you might need to bring friends. Because I don't know. I don't know who shows up to the Renaissance fair.
You think I'm going to go to a Renaissance fair alone?
I'm just starting to feel like
an elf
and
outfit,
I don't mean
dolo?
I don't mean to judge the people who are already going to Renaissance fairs. It's just that I don't see them as being like Kim's crowd. You know? Like the people who've been doing Renaissance fairs for 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're in it for the same reasons as you.
I'll tell you what, they're a different breed. Mm-hmm. They certainly are.
Yes.
That's the nicest way to put it.
Yeah. It's like sometimes
Whistle? Hear this? Listen.
probably I do it a little bit in these headphones.
They're saying this right now. They're probably getting that fuck for that her girl that got fucked.
Good. She's doing her pre-sex podcast. I hope she doesn't blow the walls out tonight.
Not my neighbors all being tired from a week ago. Not them still catching up from and on sleep from when I got fucked.
No, the sound was so haunting they couldn't sleep the
For
nights
days.
after.
Not me fuck haunting my neighbors.
Not you shocking them awake.
Can you grab that white control? It's so hot.
Yeah, it is hot. We got to turn on the AC.
We do.
Folks.
Girl, I'll always be a girl, and no one can stop me from that, and that's that.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about like whether there are any. First of all, I think we sort of glossed over how sexually into it. I mean,
Yeah, I want to get fucked in the alfalfa.
Truly.
I know we talked about it last episode, but I'm not kidding. The guy I'm seeing right now, I made him buy me alfalfa.
yeah, and then you asked him.
What?
This is really funny, actually. He like volunteered to buy you elf ears after you told him how much you were enjoying wearing them last night. And this bitch follows up. She follows up with him and she goes, "Can you actually really though get those elf ears?" Because I'm like really into it.
Not me being honest about my kinks.
Not you following up right after he told you he was getting the elf ears.
And-
but actually, can you though?
And he did. They're arriving next Saturday.
That's wonderful.
He bought them in the wrong color, and he was like, maybe we can have a match color party and paint them to your exact skin color.
That's the kind of arts and crafts we're looking for in a boy.
Matching my skin tone. Yeah.
Making you Puerto Rican elf ears.
I
What initiative. He must listen.
He listens. He's
Yeah.
listening right now, taking notes.
Yeah. Well, shout out.
Shout out.
The elf ears are a good move, bro.
If you're listening to move me out. It's so funny. Just to ask him to move me out. He does. That's what I mean. Just asking again.
Oh, man.
I usually don't ask like that. It's sometimes hotter, I swear.
Oh, shit.
I've never asked a guy to eat me out. Have you?
Asked him.
Asked? Have you ever been horny for head and been like, I want some head?
No, that's
Me
a man
neither.
thing.
That's such a man thing.
It's a man thing. I've even had guys offer to eat me out, and I'm just like, can you fuck me in bed? Can we jump to it, please?
80% of the time when I'm being ate out, I go, can we just fuck?
Yeah.
But I'd be wanting the dick.
Yeah.
I'd be
I'm
wanting
sorry. I want to jump to my favorite part. It's the best.
it. It's the best part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. Sometimes you don't feel like having edamame. You just want to go straight to the seat, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, great analogy.
Isn't that a perfect example? Mm-hmm. It's like, sure, I'll eat 3 or 4 edamame, but please bring a roll out. I'll eat the edamame. I'll even go, I love edamame while I'm eating it because I'm starving and I haven't had anything else in a while.
Yeah.
But please, bring the sushi roll,
And it's like
honey.
not necessary that I finish the edamame, even if I'm going to
No.
try a little bit of it.
I can enjoy the edamame without finishing it, and we could also just finish the sushi.
If I finish the edamame, it might be harder to finish the sushi later.
That's true, and you better let me finish my sushi before you finish your sushi.
Yeah.
Because I might want some of yours by the time you're done. I'm just hungry now. I just got hungry. I don't know. This turned into truly about sushi.
Oh, man.
The thing I wanted to bring up too was Sarah was so excited when we got back to her house to play this game. She's like, these people that I know that own this mushroom company, mushroom game. We have to play it. You're supposed to. It's a game where like you get to know each other. Like, oh, I'm gonna die of heat exhaustion.
Dude, oh, this was wild. Okay, Sarah's like, you're supposed to take mushrooms together and play this game. And me and Kim are immediately in. We're like, what? A game designed around taking mushrooms? How fun does that sound? Like, which in theory, it does sound fun.
Sounds so fun in theory. It sounds
yeah.
like exactly the game I'd want to play.
Yeah, it's like a great way to pass the night on mushrooms. Like drinking games are so popular. Why not?
Why
What
the
a
fuck
mushroom
not?
game. Dude, whoever designed this
Hates.
really fucking shot the bed.
Dude, whoever designed this has never taken mushrooms.
Or, yeah, or they're just the absolute worst trip hang ever.
It was almost like a sketch.
I want to think of like real examples. Like what's the first one that we
What was the death in your life that truly affected you?
Yeah.
Was one of the
what was the loss in your life that affected you
No,
the
I
most
saw one that
so
said
far?
the death too.
No.
Like you want to be on mushrooms with all of your friends around the table and then think about your biggest loss.
It was truly like, look at the person across the room from you and tell them the personality trait that you like the least about them.
It was crazy. It was on some high school girl shit.
Who in the
It was the three-way call attack of card games.
Who in the room has the most serious mental illness, and what do we think it is?
Who in the room do you think will get married last? It
was crazy, dude.
What kind of fucked up person did that?
It seemed like a game that was designed in a world where they're like, let's give mushrooms to everybody and tear the world apart somehow.
We
like,
should make our own.
It's-
We should do a broad topics mushroom game.
And your first example was so good. Mm-hmm. It was so good.
Yeah. The perfect mushroom card to pick up instead of, could you name the one person who broke your heart and describe how they did it?
How old were you when you were first molested?
Yes, it was like crazy. Instead, wouldn't it be nice to be with your friends all on mushrooms? You pick a card and the card says, describe a color you've never seen.
Or
Such a fun game on drugs.
or even just the exact fucking opposite of what this was. Like, what's the thing that made you happiest today?
Not even.
Or like whatever.
Not even. You got to go weirder. When you go mushrooms, you got to go like really introspective. It's the wheels door situation. What do you think? There are more wheels or doors in the world? That whole thing.
Right.
You need that. You need 60 cards of that. I think we could make a better version of the game and just have a broad topics game.
I agree.
Should we?
Why not?
Not us having to make a game now. Not us becoming Milton Bradley.
Not us having more vacations so that we can write a game together.
Retro. I think we could kill it, dude.
Yeah. No, it sounds like fun. We wouldn't be the first podcast with a game.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
Yeah. What would be another game?
Or another card. Let's
Another
do
card.
one game at a time, sister.
I meant card. If you could breed two different animals and have a hybrid of that animal, which pet would you have?
Love
and
that.
why?
Love that.
Great drug question. Just fun things.
If you could talk to one kind of animal, what kind of animal would it be, and what question would you ask it? I think you should ask it one question.
If you could allow any animal to ask a question, which animal would you choose? If you could allow any animal in the world to tell you one thing about the history in the world, which animal would you trust to give you the most information? I mean, let's write the game, honey.
Yeah. I like the categories. The categories in this were like very love oriented. Oh, you pulled those cards.
For Sarah, it was rough.
Really interesting.
It was rough.
Dude, it was rough. It was like,
It was
they
like-
were all love related in the most defeating
The
way.
ones I pulled for Sarah were like, think of your current lover. What's the thing you like least about them? I was like, Jesus Christ.
Are there any issues in your current relationship? Share them with the group.
It was sick.
Share them with the group in front of your partner.
It was crazy. You're supposed to be on drugs with all your friends doing this. This makes no
crazy.
sense.
It was wild. Oh, man.
If you could, here goes a good one that I love to ask my stream. If you had to get rid of sweets or meats forever.
Okay.
That's a great question.
It's a good one. It's an easy answer for me, but I get why it's difficult for some.
You'd get rid of sweets, wouldn't you? Me neither.
No, I get rid of meats.
Me too.
Sweets, they're not good for you, but neither is eating up all the animals in the world.
Yeah, I'd get rid of meats
Yeah.
easily
Me too.
and keep the sweetie. I'm not getting rid of ice cream and brownies and lollipops and candies. High chew?
No, I'm choosing more living animals in the world.
Yeah. Sweets or meats. That's a good one, right?
Yeah,
Even saying it like that. We have 5 cards already. We need 60 to play this game.
we could do this.
We should do a broad topics game. Would you guys leave in the comments? Would you guys buy a broad topics tripping questionnaire game.
And you know what?
Maybe we can make our own rules too, like a certain way to win.
Certain way
The crowd votes for the best answer somehow. Mm-hmm. The table.
You know what a game like this would be great for, though? It's
What?
like you don't even have to brand it for tripping because it would be really great to sell to schools for them to do what's it called? Like icebreakers with new classes. It's a
Totally.
great icebreaker game too. It's just a fun conversation starter game.
You can have all the same cars and just name it different things for tripping, for school.
Yeah,
school
the tripping
icebreakers.
one could have a little bit
More
less
psychedelic.
wholesome content.
If you had to, yeah, like that
Couple
one.
different versions.
I love that meme. We could do a funny, dirty one. That's like that meme where it's. I love this. It's like it shows a guy, and he's at a desk, and he's saying in the thing, he goes, if you woke up and you had your dad 1 inch inside of you and you were 1 inch inside of your mom, would you move forward or backwards to get out of the bed? And then it cuts and then it zooms out and it's just a guy in a tie at a desk and the guy that asked that question at the desk, and then the guy in the tie said, I meant questions about the job interview. And that shit just cracks me up. But it would be fun to have questions like that in a dirty one.
Yeah. Love it.
We're making a card game, honeys.
We're building it from scratch, baby.
Scratch.
From only the idea of a failed version of it.
Yeah, sorry. We're taking over the market. We're cornering the mushroom
We're
game.
the psychedelic board game
There's
market.
no psychedelic games. And we should corner it.
And I get why, like, it's not an idea that you would think of at first, but, like, there is a setting for it. Like, if somebody is having a bad time and their friend sat down to play, like, a really fun,
Sweet game.
hippie game with them, there could be a soundtrack that goes along with the game and stuff. Like, a suggested playlist is
oh
fun.
my God. The possibilities are
Dude.
endless. The possibilities are endless. You can even have a Candyland style game that physically has sensory things. When you reach a certain point, you put the thing and it. Honey.
It doesn't need to make any sense because everybody who's tripping is just having fun pressing buttons and shit. It sounds great.
Yes.
We're going to wrap in a minute, but
Yeah.
I do want to mention because I know everybody who watches this show knows how I feel about
We should save it for
Yeah.
the next pod.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not? Why start a new subject at the end?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And I could go on and on.
Honey, I can tell you're about
Yeah,
to.
minute.
Listen, if you want to listen to what's going to really piss off Alex, the start to Joe, you're going to have to listen to the next episode of Broad Topics because she's about to go hard.
Yeah, we have a great guest coming in too.
Yeah, we do. We're excited about our next guest. So make sure you watch next week's episode. Alex, where can the people find you?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar and head to gasdigitalnetwork.com. Use promo code Topix. 7-day free trial, access to every episode of this show on demand, plus bonus content, live chats, all the other shows on the network, and more. I also post Stick and Portly Watch Rick and Morty with Mike Harrington every Monday right after Legion of Skanks. Only on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live. If you like this show, show us some support on iTunes, YouTube. Leave us comments, leave us reviews. It all helps. And we appreciate you all listening.
Hell yeah. And you guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check me out on twitch.tv/QueenKong1. I will be giving away a pair of Skankfest tickets in the next 3 weeks on my stream. Please come in.
This is going to be the biggest Skankfest ever.
It's going to be the biggest Skankfest ever. Tickets are you're not going to be able to find tickets. I will be giving it away on my